Hello, my lovelies, and welcome to quite a different video, since today I am speaking softly instead of whispering as usual, as I do usually. Today I wanted to do an assumptions video that I've had in mind for a little while, and I've collected quite a lot of fun assumptions to use. So I'm going to quietly massage your ears throughout the video. Your ears, as you see, are right here down below. And I'm also going to look at my phone and comment on the assumptions. I'll try to be as slow and relaxing as possible. Okay, let's begin. And the first one is from Raphael. You have a good sense of humor. Well, I'm not the one to judge, so if that's the case, thank you. Then from Andrea, you have a very neat time schedule and follow it without a problem. I do have schedules for a week, and I follow those with quite a lot of problems. Adjustments, I would say. But I love schedules. Without them, I'm a mess. You're a sensitive person. From Mo Guitar Shop. Yes, I think I am. I'm rather emotional and rather sensitive. That's totally me. You're probably caring, considerate, kind, and shy with multiple cats. But what do I know? From Reverend Saint Daniel. Well, I have only one cat. You can see that cat's butt right here. And for caring, considerate, kind, that's again not me to judge, but I hope so. As for shy, I used to be really shy when I was a kid, when I was a schoolgirl. I'm rather introverted, so I don't seem to be easily connected to people, especially when there are quite a lot of them. But I wouldn't say that I'm shy anymore. Yeah, maybe a little. I look a little shy when I'm in a large group of people I don't know, but other than that, I'm quite alright. I feel like you're a quiet person in public settings. From MJDS. Yes, that's true. I am. Although I can be rather loud and bubbly when I feel comfortable, like really loud and bubbly. You're secretly married to a wealthy, rich partner. From Time Lord Knight. No, I'm not happily married to a wealthy, rich partner. You're beautiful and fantastic from Atomic Rooster. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You believe in ghosts from Jordan. I don't. Although I don't like the dark. I feel uncomfortable and I almost see shapes and figures, but that's just like a common fear of the dark. You prefer jam over peanut butter from Zerix one. We don't have a lot of peanut butter in Russia. But I wouldn't say that I love jam. So I would say that I would prefer peanut butter. You're smart. Okay. You're so calm and kind. I am kind. I think I'm too kind sometimes. But calm, yeah, it depends. From Madam Elle. And the previous one was from Jace 13 in. Then from Jodo 17. You have always been a well-behaved woman who never dared to drink alcohol and visit parties. No. Why? Like, all the other people I did, and I do. What? Like, I guess it's quite a rare occasion for nowadays people not to drink alcohol at all and not to visit parties. Every once in a while. I'm not a huge fan of parties, but why not? Not too comfortable there, but sometimes I'm in the mood, but it really depends on the sort of party. So from Yuri 7511, I assume that you're a kind, fun, brave person. I feel a connection that I can describe. Thank you. Brave. I wish I was brave. I really wish. I feel that I lack that a lot. I wish I was brave. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. You can pull off the old style of clothing from Das Dracula. Oh, well, I love the retro and vintage style. And that's my thing. From Semper V. I assume that you're more inclined to be introverted, quiet and reserved, but generally a happy person with a positive outlook on your future. Yes, I'm definitely introverted, quite hard, quiet and reserved in general public, but generally a happy person with the close group of my people, and a positive outlook on my future. Well, I like to think positively. I tend to get that. I strive to do so, but I'm quite depressed inside. Not depressed like depression, depressed, but I have a huge anxiety issue. I've been on antidepressants for a year. Not have been, I was, it was last year, some time ago. I'm still struggling with anxiety, so being happy about the future is rather difficult for me. So, yeah. Okay, from Celestial 10 Assumptions. You haven't been on a roller coaster. I have. Emotional roller coaster in my life. And I've been to a regular one, so if you could, you'd like to live in another country and somewhere with better weather. Definitely. Russia's weather is not a good one, not a perfect one, although I don't mind cool summers, like not cold, but coolish kind of. I hate the heat, so you feel like an old soul, that you feel out of place among other people your age. My cat is grooming himself. Old soul, maybe, but not anymore. I think I've always felt a little bit older than I was, and now I think it matters my age. Since I'm 30, I don't feel I'm 30, but I like the wiseness of that level, of that age, so that's alright. You tend to put the happiness of others before your own. You often feel guilty, totally my issue, and I struggle with that. It hurts me a lot. It's a very toxic attitude not to care about yourself. That's what I'm struggling with. What are you doing? Stop it. He's opened the window. What is that? I've just closed it so that we have a nice background. Okay. That's the cat. Okay. You had a religious upbringing and you're not religious now, but you do have some spiritual beliefs. No, not at all. Our family has always been and still is a tiny bit religious, so like not too much, and we don't follow any particular rituals except for celebrating Easter and Christmas, so not that much. You have had some crazy dreams and nightmares. Every once in a while. You have an awesome mum. She's probably your best friend. I wish we were best friends, but she's awesome, definitely. I mean, it's rather difficult to be best friends with your parents, since we are from different generations. It's quite an issue to be best friends, but I'd love to be. And your family and friends are pestering you about babies. No, they're not. For a weird reason. It's really weird, but they are not. Although it's very common in our culture to do so. Your supporters are a big reason why you're still on YouTube. Well, it's a big thing, but I also love doing videos on its own, so that's a lot. You don't realize what a gem you are. Thank you. I probably don't. You feel like a person who likes to bake or do art or something. It's from Fleecy. You got that creative cottagecore vibe, you know. I'm definitely a creative person since I write books, but I don't bake, and it seems like a cozy thing to do though. But I love this cottagecore style, ambient, and all of that. You don't smoke and you don't drink wine or beer. I don't like beer. I don't smoke. I tried when I was younger, but I didn't get used to it. I didn't like it a lot, so no. I don't drink wine. I do drink white wine when I'm in the mood, in the company, but I wouldn't say that I'm hooked or something. I can easily live without it, so I wouldn't say that I can live without chocolate and sweets and other stuff. So it was from Gianna Russo, and if I read your names incorrectly, I'm sorry. Then from Micah Hostos, before becoming human, you were a cat. Percival was your personal bodyguard. Might be. Ryan Sadolskis says that, I don't know why, but you strike me as the kind person to play League of Legends or what. I'm not even sure if you're a gamer or not. I'm not a huge gamer, but I play once in a while. You know, Tomb Raider is my all-time favorite, and yeah, sometimes I find a new favorite game. So, Todd Howard says my main assumption is that you are obsessed about vintage styled clothing. I'm not obsessed, but I love it. So I love the 50s, the culture, the music, the films, so clothing is not the only area I'm interested in. Daisy says, you have traveled before, you have been to different parts of Europe. Yes, I've traveled quite a lot. Let me see. So I was in the UK, in the Northern Ireland, in Scotland and in England. I haven't been to Wales though. I've been to Germany, Austria multiple times, Italy multiple times, Spain once, I guess, yes. Then a little bit to Switzerland, just like crossing it. France, I lived there for a year doing my masters, and again in England I lived for half a year working in Oxford, and I've also travelled a lot to this what is exactly that? I've travelled a lot to Finland, Sweden, Norway a bit, then to Japan, to Bali, and what else? I haven't been to really exotic places except for Bali, which is not really exotic for our part of the world. And I think, Croatia, Bulgaria, and Greece, all of those. I think so. That's that. Pep Wallen says you love animals and nature. I do. Magdalena says, I assume that you enjoy doing your makeup. It looks amazing, every photo and video. Thank you so much. It's rather a calming routine. Catherine Velasquez says you're a lover of pretty things, especially feminine dresses, maybe vintage dresses even. Feminine dresses, I think I don't have any true vintage. I have one or maybe two true vintage dresses, but that's not much. Alex Ochoa says, I assume you like hot beverage over cold. This crowd is crazy. I assume you like... Can you please stop? I assume you like hot beverages over cold. Yeah, I think so. Unless it's hot out. Teas of various kinds. Yeah, it's a huge Russian thing. We always drink teas because it's cold and we need to get warm. Always willing to try different kind of food at least once. I'm a person of habit, so I tend to stick to old and proven things. I assume you're a cat collector, says 111455. No, one cat is right here. That's it. You absolutely love a good book. I've moved those books here. There was a huge pile, like from here to like here, and that's my summer reading. I assume you have a close circle of friends, says Alexander Franco. Yeah, a small circle of friends that I'm comfortable with. Arthur Smith says, I assume you learned English in the UK. And you're really close with your family. I am close with my family, definitely. I feel I feel I am a real home girl, so family is a big thing for me. When I was in school, I think I preferred my parents' company, not the friends circle. I didn't have a lot. I didn't feel comfortable there, so English in the UK. I lived there for, as I've said, for half a year, but I learned it everywhere, in school and in the college. Then in the college I learned my major was translation studies, and English was my first foreign language, and we learned the BBC English. I wouldn't say that I've mastered the real English, British pronunciation, but that's what we were taught. So you'll probably notice that it's kind of a mishmash of that. Sergio Aguilar says, I'll go with you can only speak two languages, English and Russian. I can also speak French, intermediate French, and German, because German was my second foreign language in my college and university, and French was French. Yeah, I just learned it because I loved it, and then I had a master program. It was in English, but it was in France, so I had to use some French, and I loved it. I still love it. And I learned a little bit of Spanish in school, although I've forgotten all of that. I'm just a few words, maybe, like hola. Buenos dias. And one fun thing. Tenochtitlan Cayo. Do you know what that means? This Aztec city was ruined. Yeah. JP says, you are a very selfless person. Find yourself putting the needs of others above your own. Yeah, that's what I said. True. Space Cadet says, you over worry about doing request videos compared to videos where you have full creative control. Not because you're a control freak, but you want to make everyone happy. Sometimes I was worried that you were stressed about making your custom videos. It's not an assumption. I wouldn't say that I worry much about that. That's okay. That's okay. Elvin Kong says, you seem like the type to like hiking. I don't mind that. I like hiking in the mountains. Not like rock climbing and all that, because you have to be prepared for that. But I love a good mountain scenery. I assume you don't like horror movies, says Milton. I don't mind them. I don't watch them a lot, but why not? Not really my thing, but sometimes why not? Vikram M says, my assumption is that you like science and astronomy. I wouldn't say so. Tracy Vegan TV says, I assume you live a very quiet and peaceful life. I assume people think you are younger than you are. Yeah, definitely. All of the people I know, if they don't know my age, they are rather surprised. And quiet and peaceful life. No, because my life life is a place of anxiety, but that's my deep issue that I'm trying to deal with. But other than that, I would love quiet living. May says you got good grade in school. They were good, but they were not perfect. Like, I was a good girl, but I've always had issues with maths, geometry, physics. But as for my higher education, I did well because that was what I chose. So I graduated with honors, like first one and second time. First time and second time. First one was the translator studies that I mentioned, and the second one was marketing in France that I also met. Fernando Serpa says you're confident about your goals and values and you're not intimidated by fear or hatred. I like to set goals and I do stick to my values, but fear is a thing. Kenneth Brewer says, I assume you don't do yard work or gardening. I don't, although I'd love a nice rose garden one day. Matt Trader says, you're not from Earth. You came from another galaxy and from a luminous green planet where all the natives have pretty green eyes like yours. Also, ASMR sounds are part of your everyday life and it's even spoken as a language. Might be. KS says, I assume your idea of a dream home would be a house in a small town with a porch and white picket fence. Somewhere you never have to worry about locking the doors, worry about the kids playing in the street. It sounds like a dream home. Although I think I have a dream home somewhere in the middle of the woods, very, very deep in the forest, so that I feel cozy and comfortable and nicely disconnected from the crowds. But I think I would have to get a big dog. That's my other dream. A German Shepherd dog. I assume you are very girly, says Kayleen Warren. Maybe, I think so. Although I don't like pink. I have a pink light behind me. I don't know why, but I don't know what's girly. Saga says, your favorite band is Maroon 5. I think I've listened to only one song from them. Kate Cal says, you're unsure what you're doing with your life. Sometimes I am, but mostly I'm quite alright, I think. So. Elena ASMR says, you don't like banana bread. I don't hate it. I don't mind it. I think I'm speaking in this direction mostly, not in that, so I'll try to be in that corner. Ryan says, you dislike the taste of beer. I do dislike it. Jose Gonzalez says, you're married and your wife is also an ASMR artist. Well, I don't have a wife, I have a husband, but no, he's not an ASMR artist. Damas Lapsansky says, at least 28 years old, not more than 35. Okay, 30, you are quite right. Married, yeah. Born and living in the former USSR country, yeah. Confident, 75% confident, I would say so. Extroverted, no. With a deep love for cute animals, yeah, cats and German shepherds. Excellent and balanced taste for physical appearance, typical Soviet girls that go overboard with makeup and sensuality. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like being very like flashy and bright in makeup and in clothing. I think that beauty is somewhere in a different place. It's more of an inner thing, like your confidence or being cute. Kovac Sultan says, my assumption is that Nabokov is not your favorite author, and even if you like him, your favorite novel is not Lolita. True, I wouldn't say that Lolita is my favorite novel by him, but I do love Nabokov. I was a huge fan of him when I was just starting out as an amateur teen writer myself, so I would say that I love his work. And that's it. I really enjoyed doing this video. I feel quite different speaking softly because I have to introduce a sort of intonation, kind of different pitch that I don't do when I whisper, and I feel a little bit insecure because I probably don't sound that English. My tones are very Russian. Russians do speak in a different way. They always speak very calmly and like going down, very calm. That's what they always do. And speaking English, you know that, but that's what I'm not very good at, is hitting the peaks, all of that, like that feels very unnatural for me. So pardon for my probably overly neutral way of speaking, but again, I'm not used to speaking softly. But I really enjoyed doing so today. I hope that you liked the video, the assumptions, the little ear massage that I did. Tell me if you'd like more soft spoken videos, and I'll see you very soon. Okay, my cat is snoring. Okay, I hope you're snoring.